Hello, Tucker Carlson. How are you? Oh, I hear you're saying some very strange things about the United Kingdom. Almost as if everything seems okay here. I mean, you're quite happy with certain demographics here, yet you seem to call people like Tommy Robinson frauds. Oh, wow. Okay. You have interviewed him before, and you also sort of claim to not know who he is. Like, who is Tommy Robinson? He seems like a fraud to me. Yeah, that annoying laugh that you do. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what that is. Yeah, but that's exactly what you do all the time, Tucker. And it's starting to wind me up, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, there are things going on in the United Kingdom that are not funny. Okay? Now, no matter what your experience of the United Kingdom has been, I mean, you can get off the plane, be picked up by a car, and then taken to your hotel, and then go and meet with, say, someone like Piers Morgan. I don't know, and go and meet somebody in a nice restaurant, and then go back to your hotel. Maybe have a little walk around certain sort of areas that aren't too bad. You might have just been lucky that you weren't mugged at the end of the day or stabbed. I mean, that seems to be everyone seems to run the gauntlet in London these days when they go there. It's not a pleasant experience. Yet you seem to be fine. Well, isn't that wonderful? But I can't quite work out why you would claim to not know who Tommy Robinson is. Like, who is he? You know, it's like you've reported on him and reported on him previously in quite a sympathetic light. So what's changed, Tucker? You have changed. And I can't quite put my finger on it. Now, there's lots of people saying X, Y, and Z about Tucker Carlson's, being compromised, and they're calling you Qatari Tucker. Those things mean nothing to me. I have no idea. All I do know is that you have changed. Let other people do the idle speculation about the reasons for your change in position. You can deny it all you want, but we have the receipts, okay? We have seen the interviews that you did with Tommy Robinson and spoken to other people quite sympathetically on him. People like Katie Hopkins, I think it was. But something's changed, Tucker, and I can't work out why. Very sad, because a lot of people used to admire you. Yet the person you are now sort of not so admiring these days, people like Tommy Robinson, is still incredibly admired in the United Kingdom. I mean, you have to realise that Tommy has done more for this country in terms of highlighting the plight of the groomers, we'll call them. I could use other words. But the groomers, he's done more to highlight the plight of the victims of the groomers and highlight the position that many people in Britain find themselves in, and frightened to walk the streets in their own country. This is no longer the United Kingdom, you see, Tucker. It doesn't matter what your experience is of it, and I very much question whether you're telling the truth on that, but maybe you are. Do I think you're compromised? I don't know. Something's changed. Why don't you just say what it is, instead of just pointing the finger at people who you used to admire and speak fondly of, people like Tommy. Very strange. I mean, I've seen Britain change, and probably everybody watching this video who lives in the United Kingdom has seen the country change. Not for the better. There are places you can't go in the United Kingdom because of demographic change. It's not funny anymore. It never was. There are cities where you just don't go. Entire cities now where I will not go. I won't go to Birmingham. You'd be very lucky to get me to go to London, unless for a certain event, and if I'm well enough to do it, but that's another matter entirely. But there are so many people who just won't enter major cities in this country, like Leeds, Manchester. They're all gone. It's finished. It's over. Unless something quite drastic happens, there's nothing coming to change that. And the establishment is quite happy with that, and it seems as if you're siding with them. I mean, people have said that you're part of the mainstream media, which you were, of course, and therefore you're not to be trusted. Do I trust you anymore? Well, I don't actually, Tucker, and I want to. So if something's going on, you just tell people and open up about it. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot more criticism, I think, from people in the press and social commentators, people like myself, just nobodies. Yeah. I mean, who is Richard? Who is he? Ah! Yeah. People like me. Yeah. I wonder, really, Tucker. I really do. Are you still on the payroll, maybe, of some of these companies like Fox News or whatever? Probably not. No, that's just... I mean, again, you sort of talk about... People talk about these things as if that's something that's happening. But I don't think it's right. Even if I might not like the position that you're now in, I don't think it's right to say that you have been compromised without having actual proof of it. I don't have any proof. And I'm not sticking up for you because I'm a little bit paid off with you, to say the least. I used to watch you quite regularly. But again, some of the people you're interviewing now, it's like, oh, okay. It's like scraping the bottom of the barrel, going to the real lunatic fringe. And by that, I don't mean people who have valid points that are outside of the official narrative. I'm just talking about bloody lunatics. Come on. You see, we in Britain are looking towards the United States. We need help desperately. And your comments were not helpful. We want the old Tucker Carlson back. We need the old Tucker Carlson. We need politicians from America to stand up and say, right, well, if this doesn't, X, Y, and Z doesn't happen, then we're going to take further measures, sanctions, whatever it takes to bring Britain back to what it was. We're not a free country anymore. And we're very frightened of a certain demographic in particular. And the open borders that has introduced more people of a certain demographic, one which you were fine with, and also our king is fine with, our entire establishment is fine with. Yet they don't have to live with the impact and the consequences of this demographic change. They live in gated communities. They walk away from, well, effectively gated communities. It's a turn of phrase, you know that. So if the old Tucker Carlson isn't there to be salvaged, then maybe one has to wonder, was he ever there? And what's going on? Very sad. Very sad. But hey, prove me wrong, Tucker. Prove me wrong. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. Please do like the video. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel, if you could do that. That would also be massively helpful. And just check in regularly, because I've said this so many times, I do intend to do more regular videos on my own channel when I just get to have a 5-minute rant and stuff. And there's also another reason to subscribe to this channel. If you're a follower and subscriber of the Jeff Taylor channel, we will, if worse comes to worse, have this as a backup. Both Jeff and myself. We also have another channel called Tripe and Whatnot, which is another backup channel. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. God bless you all. And Tucker, please, it's not funny.